treat you like. In my last cigarette, I'ma 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 treat you like.
Hope it don't end the same way. About to start another day.
I'ma treat you like. In my last cigarette,
About to start another day. Hope it don't end the same way. About to start another day. Hope it don't end the same way. About to start another day.
I'ma treat you like. In my last cigarette,
About to start another day.
I'ma treat you like. In my last cigarette,
About to start another day.
I'ma treat you like. In my last cigarette, 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 I'ma treat you like.
Hope it don't end the
In my last
same
cigarette,
way. About to start another day.
I'ma treat you like. In my last cigarette,
About to start another day. Hope it don't end the same way. About to start another day. Hope it don't end the same way. About to start another day.
I'ma treat you like. In my last cigarette,
About to start another day.
I'ma treat you like. In my last cigarette,
About to start another day.
I'ma treat you like. In my last cigarette, I'ma treat you like. In my last cigarette, I'ma treat you like. In my last cigarette, I'ma treat you like. In my last cigarette,
What is up? What is up?
Hope it don't end the
in my last cigarette,
We are in the building. God damn, another day in this bitch. Oh man, we back, black, melanated, Holly Favor. What is going on? Man, another Sunday, another church day, fun day for all y'all niggas that's out there. You already know I'm gonna hit y'all niggas with it.
Hope it don't end the same way.
Did he come back today? Did Jesus come back? God damn. Y'all niggas been and all this bullshit. It's the same shit. Still dealing with anti-black racism. Still dealing with the clown ass bullshit. Oh man. Shout out to everybody that's at the Court Plantation right now. Trying not to slap the shit out of a European. Shout out to everybody that's not at the Court Plantation, but maybe you just taking the time to chill and relax and unwind before you have to go back to slavery on Monday like everybody else do, just like me. I'm at the Court Plantation too. Don't get it twisted. Don't think a nigga just be sitting around the house like, yeah, man, what am I going to talk about tonight, man? Nah, man. I got to go to work. I got to be at that motherfucker just like everybody else got to be at that bitch.
Hope it don't end the same
Man, shout out to everybody that's been reading and researching and writing and doing whatever you need to do. Shout out to all the black businesses.
way.
Shout out to everyone that is aspiring to own their own business or just aspiring to invest in things that will better your situation in life. Because it's all about investing and chilling, making money while you're asleep. And when you're not asleep, still making money. So shout out to everybody out there doing that. Shout out to all my motherfuckers that's at the church. It's probably a nigga at church right now. That's like, God damn, will they hurry up and end this motherfucker, man? I'm trying to go watch the motherfucking All-Star game. God damn. Nigga, how much church do we got to goddamn do? Shout out to everybody there. Shout out to all my ladies at church right now. You know. Shout out to all my women that's at the church right now trying to fuck the pastor. Because there's a lot of women at church trying to fuck the pastor while we speak. Getting close to the pastor's wife so they can fuck the pastor. Hey, shout out to all the pastors out there fucking them hoes. Shit, do what you do, man. Get your money. Get your paper, cuz. Oh, man. Shout out to everybody that understands that you are the God. And there is no other God but you. The black man is God. Shout out to everybody that understands that knowledge and is using that knowledge every day. Because there's a lot of motherfuckers that be like, you better go to church. God gonna get you. You be like, what do you look like? And they show you a picture of Cesare Borgia. You be like, God damn. That nigga don't look nothing like me. Shout out to everybody that's fully aware of Dirty Bookman and his prayer and how he talks about replacing the imagery of the black man, of the white man's God, and replacing it with who you are. Because from my interpretation of Dirty Bookman and that prayer, he's like, well, why the fuck would we be praying to their God? Their God had them doing foul shit to us. So we cannot be serving the same God. So I look at it the same way. No, we don't have the same God. So and all that bullshit, I don't want to hear none of that shit, nigga. If you're not trying to replace the system of racism, white supremacy, and establish a system of justice, I don't want to hear that shit, man. He like, why? What do you mean? Cause, nigga, we getting our ass kicked at the court plantation. We getting our ass kicked on a daily basis when we leave our home. We are in danger. We getting our ass kicked at the banks. We getting our ass kicked when we try to go get a loan. We getting our ass kicked when we try to go buy a house. We getting our ass kicked because of gentrification and redlining. So no, nigga, I don't want to hear no. I don't want to hear none of that shit. Period. No. We can do that after we win this. When we get this victory. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody that's out there that's not finessing. Shout out to my finessers. Hey, if that's what you gotta do it. But my question to you is, instead of finessing your own people, why don't you go finesse the dominant society? And shout out to all my other racial groups that do respect black folk, do understand that we did build this country, and because of our black labor that you are able to thrive and just shine throughout the United States of America Incorporated. So shout out to all my other racial groups that understand our contribution to this country. And I'm not talking about a mild contribution. I'm talking about if it wasn't for black labor, there would be no white wealth. Facts. Ability is, and if you have not read the book, go get it by Robin DiAngelo. It is called White Fragility. Go read it. Very, very good book. Talks about deflection and alligator rolling and I'm a progressive. I could never be racist and all this other shit. Go check it out. Go check out other books like The Destruction of a Black Civilization by Chancellor Williams. Very, very good book. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm always tell you this. Go check out Black Labor, White Wealth by the Honorable Dr. Claude Anderson. We're going to talk about a lot of shit today, but the main thing we're going to talk about is being entertainment for the dominant society. And it's up to our parents to start socializing us and us to start socializing the next generation about not being entertainment for the dominant society. Just because you want friends. You need to understand that friends don't really exist. You have associates. Facts. We're going to get into all that. We are going to get into how we need to self-educate ourselves, and each one needs to teach 21 like I always talk about. And we're going to talk about Samarian Humphrey in Plano, Texas. And how he went to go spend it out of his friend's house, and they had a whole little woo-wop for him. We're going to get into all that. We're going to get to, look, first of all, when I was a kid, I couldn't really spend the night at people's house. First of all, I didn't like it. Because if you was nasty, I'm not spending the night at your house. And I'm not talking about nasty like you got to be squeaky clean. I'm talking about nasty like you got roaches coming out the cereal boxes. I can't fuck with that. I used to spend night, one time I spent at a family member's house, I didn't eat for 48 hours. When I came home, I damn near passed out. I was so hungry. But anyway, man, we gonna get into it, man. Oh, man. Let me get this shit down. Oh, man. Man, we gonna get into it, man. There's a lot of shit going on, man. We can talk about the stimulus and all this other shit, which I got a letter talking about they gonna give us niggas some money. But look, let me tell you something. What the fuck? I want to write a letter back to the IRS. Okay, cool. Y'all gonna give me 600? Now, could you put 600 more thousand on top of that? Cause nigga, I'm in debt. Nigga, $600 is gonna what? That's gonna pay a power bill and a gas bill. Let me tell you something. Before I get into the whole thing, first of all, I don't know how anybody else do it. Shawnee, I don't know how y'all do it in Philly, how y'all power company do it out here. But let me tell you what Warren Buffett got the game set up out here in Vegas. You can have 3 late payments and then they tack on a goddamn deposit. They tack on a deposit like $200-something if you late 3 times within the calendar year. I said, God damn. Y'all know, nigga, this is a hard time. Oh, well. So let me tell you something. $600 ain't gonna do you better buy a book and buy a stock. You better buy one book, buy one stock, and then pay your power bill and your gas bill, and there go your $600, depending on how much your power bill is. Some niggas be like, fucking, In the wintertime, I ain't cutting on no heat. I ain't doing shit. I'm going to freeze. But my power bill going to be $20 though. I get it. I understand. Shit. But then you might as well allocate that shit to Cox Cable with they good bullshitting having asses. Them niggas be bullshitting, man. I'm telling you that right now. Man, we gonna get into it though. Look, this is the thing that I seen. I was like, all right, I'm immediately about to get on this shit right here, man. Yeah, this young black brother, I don't know how old he was, but he went over to these white people's house and spent the night over there and drink urine and all this other shit. Now, my thing is this. Before we even get into the video, because I didn't even really look at the video. Before we get into the video, my thing is always this. It is up to black folk to educate your kids, cousins, nieces, nephews of who they dealing with and who the fuck they around. That's all. That's all you can do, because you can't protect your kids 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So just educate him so he would have known, like, nah, I'm not drinking no urine. No, I'm not doing none of that. See, now me, you didn't have to educate me. As my mom would say, I was a questioning motherfucker. I'm a question everything. I was always questioning. But why we gotta do that? Nah, man. Nah, but why though? So some kids are not gonna question. Some kids just go with whatever the woo-wop is. That's where you have to instill in your kids too. Hey man, if it's something that we don't do over here at this house, don't do it at nobody else's house. Now, that still does not negate the fact that was anti-black racism, and they befriended this black kid so that he could be their entertainment. They could make fun of him and joke with him and make him the butt of the jokes. And if you don't know this by now, you being the black kid and all your friends are white, they always want to touch your hair. They always want to, anytime it's a racial question. So what do you think, Tyrone? That bullshit. Those are not your friends. Those are associates. Those are suspected white supremacists until they show you otherwise. And the majority of them are all white supremacists. I don't care if they're Hispanic, Filipino. I don't care who the fuck they are. Every other racial group in this United States of America Incorporated long to be like the dominant white society. And if they don't, they wouldn't treat foundational black Americans the way they treat us. We get treated as if we didn't invent the stoplight, as if we didn't build Washington, D.C., as if we didn't pick the cotton and we didn't build the railroads and we didn't do the chain gangs and the prison, the pipeline. And as if slavery by another name was about Chinamen and not about black folk. These are just things that you have to understand before you get around them. Because if you're not self-educated, how the fuck you gonna know what's good and what's not? See, me, I know a lot of shit was fuck shit, but then I knew, being at the corporate plantation, I can always use that as an example. Being at the corporate plantation, sometimes they will blur the lines for you. So you don't, well, am I supposed to joke? Am I not? That's why they always move the goalpost. Oh, well, you're laughing too much. Oh, you're too serious, Tyrone. John Tavius, man, what's the problem? Because they want you to come in there. Hey, everybody, I was going to do what you need me to do, boss. What you want me to do, boss? I was tell a joke for you. I was do it. We sick, boss? What you want us to do for you, boss? That's what they want. And then when you come in there serious and you're ready for business, they don't like that. They want a goofy ass nigga that they can sit back and laugh at and feel sorry for. And then when they help you a little bit, they can feel good about themselves. Kind of like The Blind Side, like Leanne Toohey. She want to pat herself on the back because she took a black kid and used her resources and got him in football. Stop, bitch. That doesn't mean that you're not an anti-black racist. That doesn't mean you're not a suspected white supremacist. That doesn't mean you're trying to establish a system of justice and replace the system of racism and white supremacy. That just means you just know how to blend in very well and hide under the garb of, oh, I'm for black people. See, I'm not racist. I adopted a black kid. You adopted one black kid. That doesn't mean that you're not racist. That doesn't mean you don't use your power and influence to oppress black folk. Stop. Those are just things that we got to understand before we allow anybody else to come amongst us. And you're like, why you say that, Warren? The reason why I say it is because when you look at the footage of this video and you listen to the laughing and stuff like that, that doesn't surprise me. Like, why, Warren? Because they love for us to be the entertainment. If we're not entertaining them, then they feel like there's no use for us to be here. As Tommy Hilfiger told Nas, what are you doing on this boat? Are you like performing or something? Like basically like, nigger, what are you doing up here? This is for white people that have money. You're a nigger. You're a performer. That's how they look at it. And I think a lot of times I feel in my mind and in my heart that once you no longer want to entertain them, they have grievances and issues with you. I've dealt with that. I see it all the time. And you say, what do you mean? Well, it's the inevitable. If you're a funny person, you're a likable person, you just happen to be black, you know, oh man, they love that because they want a relatable person that everybody likes and everybody feels comfortable. Because in this system of racism, white supremacy, if you're not making white people comfortable, then they don't want you around. Isn't that crazy that they've been the most volatile people on this soil the last 450 years, but they want black people to make them feel comfortable with who they are? So we got to make you feel comfortable with who you are, but you're the ones who have oppressed, raped, robbed, pillaged, gentrified, redlined, segregated. You've done all these things to black people to put us behind the line, but then we got to still go out of our way to make you feel comfortable about you. And it's like, and then when you no longer make them feel comfortable and you have confidence in who you are, then it's like you almost become Malcolm X or the Honorable Elijah Muhammad or any of our prominent oppositional leaders in the United States of America Incorporated. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like you automatically become Dr. Khalid Muhammad if you're more like, no, I got confidence in myself. I don't need to be doing all that. And those are the things that makes me laugh because I'm like, damn, man, you know, it's almost like it's an insult to our injury. You know what I mean? You know, that's why they want to give you Meghan Markle. Oh, they want to give you Meghan Markle. They want to talk about John Lewis and Good Trouble and all this other bullshit. If you know, they want to talk about that every chance they get. See, they like John Lewis because John Lewis, he just rather get his ass whooped. He don't want to be like, hey, nah, fuck all that. Y'all put your hands on me, I'm put my hands on y'all. They want that because that's what they want. Because in my personal opinion, I think they're afraid of us doing to them what they've done to us. But we've already done it to them. Just read about the Moors. Read about the Moors in Spain. Read about the Moors in Europe. Read about Moulay Ismail. You know, read about those Moors. Read this book called White Gold. I got the book. I haven't read it yet. They know what we've done. Moulay is coming. They know what we've done. They know what we are capable of. They know we are the masters of this earth. They know that we are the gods. We're the gods among men. Trust me, if they can get white people to replace us in all this NBA sports, oh, they would love it. Then they wouldn't have to deal with black people. But they know we're just built differently. The melanin, our organs, everything. That's why they do organ harvesting. That's why if you read the book Medical Apartheid, it talks about a lot of that shit in there. You know what I mean? I'm reading, like I talked about on Thursday, I'm reading this book called The Pound of Flesh, and she talks about the different aspects like soul, market, ghost soul. So basically when after you're dead, your body's probably worth more because they want to do all types of experiments on the body. You know what I mean? And you know, body trafficking, how they would like traffic bodies, and how a lot of doctors and, you know, they would do all these hostile type of, you know, takeovers of bodies so they can like basically do experiments on bodies. Then you got the Henrietta Lacks story, and they know what the fuck. They know who we are. We just got to know who we are. You know what I mean? And then when you deal with this, I'm not negating anything that those white folks did to this young black brother. I'm just saying on our end. So if you do let your black son or daughter go over a white girl or white boy's house to play, once the white boy man is shit or shit they supposed to be doing, that's your kid that's supposed to be like, hey, don't be doing that shit. I'm calling my mama or I'm calling my daddy, and then it's going to be a problem. That's how it's supposed to be. But when we're not educating, a lot of times we got to just stop letting our kids go. Just stop letting your kids go over people's houses, period. Unless you vet them out, you know who the fuck you dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Because and not just vetting out, I feel like we got to start self-educating. Educate kids. You ain't got to have no PhD to educate a young kid, a young black girl or boy on who they are and what they should allow and what they shouldn't, and boundaries. Because, you know, when you allowing kids to spend out other kids' house, if a kid don't question like me, I question. Most parents ain't want me at their house, so I'm questioning everything. Why you ain't got no clothes on? That's how I am. And why does it smell like that in here? Like, that's the type of kid I was. That's why they didn't want my motherfucking ass around. Because nigga, what is that? And where's your clothes at? Because in my house, everybody got on clothes when we walking around the house. You know, just walking around naked. See, that's the type of kid I am. So, or I was. So, but some kids ain't like that. Some kids just think that it's normal. Well, that's their household or whatever. No, we got to start educating. Period. Even at school. We have to educate a kid every day. That's our children and our people. Hey, man, you go to school, get that little education, get the fuck out of there. Those ain't your friends. Those are associates, because real friends ain't going to do you like that. And let me tell you something. Friend is a term that's used very freely, but there's different interpretations of the meaning of friend, and I gotta look it up in the etymology dictionary that I have, but I really feel that everybody has their own interpretation of friends and what it is. Me, I more look at it as associates, because to me, friends is gonna be there when you really need them. If you really need money, I'm talking about need, not want. If you really got bills that you late and you do want, friends will come through to help you. But most people we have as associates, and we hide them under the guise as friends. That's why when you have social media like Instagram, oh, I got this many friends following me. You don't know those people, and they don't know you. Twitter's the same thing. All the social media, it's all about that friend basis. But really, these people are not your friends. They're with you when it's good, but when it's bad, a lot of them are gone. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I think it starts young with black children. Especially when you send them to a school where it's not predominantly black kids and it's predominantly white or Latino kids. You have to really teach that black kid who they are and what they are about, because they are different from every other racial group. We are a special people, as Dr. Claude Anderson teaches. And when you know that, it's different. When you don't know that, then you fall into the trap of like, oh, I gotta do this to get along with everyone. You know what I mean? That's why stop allowing them to use the terms like people of color. No. Foundational Black Americans, native black people. Don't let them use that people of color and all that other shit. They could be talking about an East Indian that's the same color as you, and that East Indian, like Kamala Harris, no good goddamn well, they don't fuck with no niggas. And that's real. So we gotta understand that. Now I'm gonna play this video, and it basically talks about what happened with the young boy Samarian. So we're gonna play this and we're gonna see what she's talking about. That's what we're gonna play this. Let's see if it plays.
Fresh from the Atlantic, seafood from Seven Seas Seafood in Murrells Inlet.
Man, ain't that a bitch? Nah, there we go. Here, let's see.
Stone fishing.
Yeah, we're gonna cut that off, because nigga, we ain't doing all. They talking about some crab. But that shit look like some nasty shit anyway. Here we go. Let's see. All right.
She posted the now viral video to Facebook, accusing her son's classmates of forcing Humphrey to drink urine. She claims the sleepover was orchestrated by the kids to purposefully bully him. One of them befriending him the month before to get him to come. But it was also that night, she says, he was shot with BB guns, hit in his sleep, and called racial slurs. She says Humphrey has been harassed, degraded, and physically and mentally tortured by his schoolmates. But despite reporting the incident, says she didn't receive help from...
But see, here's the thing. See, now, if this kid was a violent kid, started going oops upside them kids' heads, then he'd be the problem.
Staff.
When you say there's nothing you can do, what do you mean exactly?
Okay, what do you mean exactly?
I gotta be honest, it seems like there's a lot of things you could do where it was premeditated and it was obvious that Samarian was only invited for their pure entertainment.
Wow.
Police say they will conduct a full investigation to identify any criminal offenses.
Wow.
I learned that people are just looking.
Man, wow, that is crazy. That's crazy. And see, these are things that I think we got to understand too. And the reason why I say we got to understand it is because that school ain't going to do nothing. They ain't even going to do nothing to those kids, because they're going to be like, well, this didn't happen at school. This happened at the home. So you guys going to have to go after the kid, after, the parents. Now, that's where you got to have a talk with the parent. Like, well, why would you, the parents? Now, that's where you got to have a talk with the parent. Like, well, why would you allow your kid, to have my kid to be drinking, urine? Like, why would you think that that's funny? You know what I mean? Let me see if I can find, let's see if I can find more. Let's see if we can find more on, here we go. Let's see if we can find more.
Tonight, Plano school officials and police are actively investigating really disturbing allegations of bullying.
See, now, since he's a minor, those children should be charged and the parents should be charged with child endangerment and neglect because you're having them drink urine. That's an assault, if I'm not mistaken. So come on, man. They should be prosecuted, especially the adults.
At a middle school, the child's mother believes her 13-year-old son was targeted. Here's our Nicole Nielsen.
We're all targeted.
This has got to stop, and this is going to end with him.
Today, Summer Smith, the mother of 13-year-old Samarion Humphrey, is speaking out after claiming her son has been the target of physical and mental abuse by his classmates at Plano ISD's Haggard Middle School.
This is not a prank. This is beyond bullying. You are evil.
She said,
Thank you. You are evil. You know, that's Shaitanic. That's Shaitan in his rarest form. But that's how they all are. I don't think, why would you think it's any different? Why you think ain't nobody coming out and saying anything about it? Why you think the school ain't saying nothing? Why you think the parents is going, why you not think? What, does this not surprise y'all? At all. They gonna make this kid drink. Now imagine if some black kids had a white kid come over and they was laughing. Yeah, drink this. You know what I'm saying? And imagine what happened to those black children.
she tried to inform the school and district, but when no actions were taken, she took her own. No. Posting this now viral video to her Facebook accusing her son's classmates of forcing Humphrey to drink urine. It happened at a sleepover last month.
And the only thing I would say about that young black brother, I would have popped that fucking piss right in their face. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like, God damn, man. But they wrong for that shit.
She says was orchestrated by the kids to bully him.
Where it was premeditated and it was obvious that Samarion was only invited for their pure entertainment. Wow.
But she says the problem started before the sleepover, saying Humphrey has been harassed and degraded for nearly a year with no help from staff.
Samarion actually made complaints to his coaches and was told boys will be boys.
The Plano Police Department is conducting an investigation. Plano ISD released a statement in part stating our district does not tolerate or condone bullying or harassing behavior.
Then what the hell was they doing on the damn video then? If you don't condone that, then why would kids do that and videotape it?
And is taking prompt and remedial action to address the concern.
No justice!
No peace!
Today, protests broke out in front of the school with parents and students fighting for change. Something that Smith says they won't stop fighting for.
This is going to change, and I mean that.
In Plano, Nicole Nielsen, CBS 11 News.
Nicole, thank you. And an online petition calling for change within the district was started on Tuesday. It now has more than 50,000 signatures.
Yeah, you get all the signatures you want, but they don't give a fuck about that. See, that's a matter that you got to take to your own hand. See, that's something you want to pull up on. You know what I mean? And you want to pull up and be like, hey, man, what the fuck y'all niggas got going on? That's crazy. So you just gonna have a kid out there drinking piss like that, man? Get the fuck out of here, man. These are just things that I want everybody to learn and everybody to look at when they watching TV and they at their house having a good time. Remember this: you are the foundation, and whatever you teach is whatever whatever knowledge they're gonna have when they go into the real world. So make sure you are being the guiding light to the children. Make sure you're putting them on and gaming them up, as E40 would say. Game them up. Don't just send them out there like, man, come on. And those white supremacists who were doing that, why we not talking about them? Where are those children at? Where are the parents at? What house was he at? Why don't you put the person's name on blast of the house that he went over? Put their ass on blast and be like, hey, man, my son was at this person's house and all that. Then you have a press conference. That's cool. But all the marching, no justice, no peace, they don't give a fuck about none of that. They gonna laugh at you. So you got to take matters into your own hands when it comes to that type of shit. And you have to protect your children like no other. You cannot allow outside influences to do that to your children. And put those white supremacists on blast. My son was at this person's house, woo, 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 from this time to this time, and they allowed that shit to happen. Put them on blast, man. And we got to understand too, man, when your kids are getting bullied and stuff like that, you got to reinstill confidence in them. That's one. And two, black folks have been bullied our whole lives by the dominant white society. We got to band together. And let me tell you something. When your kid is getting bullied and kids befriend them, look at the kids that's befriending them too, because you don't know why they doing it. You don't know what the fuck is going on. You know what the fuck these people got. You got to watch this movie called Running Scared by Paul Walker. And it talks about this one kid that was a neighbor to their kids, and he shot his stepdad. His stepdad was beating on these white people, by the way, beating on his mom. So he shot the kid with his next door neighbor's dad's gun. And then they, you know, that gun was used in a different murder, so they were trying to get rid of the gun. And then the kid, they trying to get the kid so the kid will be safe, but the kid ended up hopping in the van of these two white people, and these two white people, they kill kids and molest them and make videos about it. Man, y'all gotta go see that. Not go see, go look up the movie. It's called Running Scared, a very, very good movie. And the crux of it, to me, the real good point that I saw was the two white people that act like they were just perfectly normal, and they was molesting kids and killing them. Suffocating them, killing them, just doing all kinds of weird, vile shit. Whoever wrote that, man, they had, that sounded like some shit that was really going on. When I saw that, I was like, man, what the fuck? They put this in a movie? So that's why I was like, that really fucked me up. But see, I wasn't one to go over nobody else like that anyway. And even if I did, I'm looking around and questioning everything. Why that's like that? Why they ain't got no clothes on? That's why everybody invite me to their house. That's real. But hey, man, these are just things that we got to work on. If I was that lady, Samarian Humphrey's mama, I'd put their ass on blast. Put their address out there. Put all that shit on blast. My son was at this house. These were the name of the kids. Woo, 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 woo. And they should be tried. That's a felony. Trying to make somebody drink urine. What kind of shit is that? But remember, look, I'm going to tell you right now, that's why it's important for black folk to stay in your lane, man. Two roads diverge in Yellow Woods. I took the one less traveled. Stay in your lane. Don't try to be in nobody else's lane. Just be in your lane. Only thing you can do is be who you are. You can't live your life for other people. Stop going on the gram and going on Twitter and you see everybody posting money and then you think you're supposed to have it. No. Be in your own lane. Be comfortable who you are. Because I know I am. I don't give a fuck. And you just, yep, nappy happy. Oh, well. Just like I told you. Bitch, like, oh, yeah, you don't never come. Yep. But it's mine, though. That's the difference. And I ain't out here trying to impress people I don't even know. Because these people ain't paying my power bill. And they ain't paying my gas, water, none of that shit. They ain't putting petrol in my car when I need it, when I'm on E. They're not buying no food for me when I need food. So these are just things that you should learn so you can understand how to grow, man. You can't evolve if you still doing the same shit. If you dealing with a person and then they talking all this bullshit and then you come back 5 years later, they still talking that bullshit, get the fuck away from them. Everybody should be on their own path to greatness in their own way. And greatness isn't being successful by the definition of what the dominant society deems successful. Being successful should be, you should be able to replace your salary that you make at the core plantation by starting your own business. That's success. Where you ain't got to be saying this and saying that, where you can just do what you need to do. Sometimes it ain't always about being in the limelight. Sometimes it's about moving in silence and just handling your business, not telling everybody what the fuck you got going on. But hey, man, I thought I'd hit y'all with that shit. I got a lot of shit I got to handle and shit that I got to do today. I appreciate everybody listening, subscribing. You already know what the fuck it is. Listen to this when you're at the core plantation. Y'all niggas know exactly what to do. Stay in your lane and handle your own business. Stop trying to handle everybody else's business. Stop trying to tell everybody else what to do. Do what you need to do. That's the problem. Motherfuckers tell another nigga what they can do all day long. And then you look at their life. I was looking at this thing with Keke Palmer and that shit had me rolling. She was just like, oh, and for all y'all on the comments talking about what I should do, and I'm sorry. You don't even look like you know what you're doing. Like, it was some real shit. It was just a reclassification of stay in your fucking lane and stop trying to tell everybody what they should be doing and what they shouldn't be doing. Handle your business. Handle your scandal. Worry about you. You got 24 hours to worry about yourself and 24 hours not to worry about me. Damn. And if you can do that, I think how a lot of black folks get off track, start worrying about what everybody else is doing and what, how's my lane compared to their lane. Even if you do that for a split second, get out of that. Just snap out of it real quick and be like, well, that's their lane. I got to be worried about me. That's why wake up in the morning like, oh, well, I gotta look a certain way and I gotta be this way because I'm doing Warren. If you don't like it, you get the fuck away from me. That's real. But hey, man, I appreciate everybody listening, subscribing. You already know what it is. Handle your business. Man, I'm gonna try to holler at y'all on Tuesday. I'm out. Guilty niggas. Peace.
About to start another day. Hope it don't end the same.